Okay, folks, in this video, I'm going to prove once and for all that Elvis is the image of the beast. He is the Antichrist. So if you've been watching my videos, you know that I've shown this many times, that Elvis had an identical twin that died at birth. He was stillborn, supposedly. And, you know, I've shown you this before, that the word twin, this is what it equals. Okay, but right now, just pay attention to this first number, which is 66. So the word twin equals 66. Now I'm going to connect the 66 to the Twin Towers, because it's about the twin, you understand? And I'm going to connect it to Elvis, the 66 number. So Elvis was born on January 8th, 1935, and that's the day his twin died, okay? So now if you went forward 66 years, and I told you the number 66 equals twin, it lands on 9/11/2001. 66 years, 8 months, and 4 days. And you know the 8/4 is super important because that's the day Trump gets his head wound. 8/4 is Obama's birthday. Trump gets his head wound on Obama's birthday, 8/4. But anyway, it's 66 years, 8 months, and 4 days. And you can also make it 800 months and 4 days, again with the 8/4. And the O's are crowns. So you have two crowns, one for Elvis, one for Trump. Okay? Anyway, that's what it's all about. The Trump is Elvis's devil twin. Anyway, like I said, twin equals 66, and it was 66 years after Elvis was born that they brought down the Twin Towers, because Elvis's twin died. It's all about death and destruction. And I told you, these are my two predictions, that Elvis somehow manifests after a catastrophic event in Seattle on June 11th, and it has something to do with the Space Needle, like I said, in Seattle. And the next prediction is Trump gets his head wound on August 4th in Ohio. August 4th is Obama's birthday. Trump gets his head wound. He survives the wound. Okay? And remember, Elvis is known as the King, and Seattle is in King County, too. And that's how Elvis gets his crown, okay? So the O is a crown. So if you were to add the O to the name Elvis, which is the crown, to the Elvis, write the word resurrection, then write June 11th, 2022, which is next year, look what you get. Okay? And, when you first look at it, you're probably saying, well, what about it? I'm going to show you right now. Look how important this is. Okay, first let's look at this top row. First of all, you have the 66. And if you were to add 55 plus 5, you get another 6, because it would be 60. So it would be 66 plus 60 here. So 666, okay? Forget about that. Look at this number right here, all of this first row. It's 66, 21, 87. Because like I said, the O's are crowns. 66, 21, 87 for O Elvis Resurrection, June 11, 2022. 66, 21, 87 with crowns. You see, it equals the word twin. 66, 21, 87. It just doesn't have the crowns. Do you understand? It's giving you the crown, man, on the word twin, what I just showed you. 66, 21, 87. So if you have O Elvis Resurrection, June 11, 2022, you get the 3 crowns on the 66, 21, 87. Do you understand how impossible that is? And listen to this. If you were to take 79 plus 5, you get 84. And I told you 8/4 is when Trump gets his head wound. Okay, so even the back has a connection here. And if you're new to my channel, you're probably not going to understand this, but so for what I wrote right here, it gives you a first count, and then it takes all those numbers right there and turns them into words and gives you a second count right here. And then it takes these numbers and turns them into words and gives you a third count. And look at that third count. 666 is the last three numbers of the third count. You see that? For Elvis, Resurrection, June 11th. You see that? 2022. But anyway, what's important is the twin number, 66, 21, 87, with crowns. Now, this is a stretch, but believe me, this is how these guys work. So, usually you would write June 14th, 1946 is when Trump was born, okay? But here I put June 14th, 46. I took out the 19s. Because, you know, when you write the dates, you write 6 plus the 14, then 46 usually when you write it. But when I put it into the Gematria Calculator, I usually put the whole thing. And then I told you on August 4th next year is when he gets his head wound. So from the day he was born to August 4th, 22, without the words 19, I took the 19s out. Look what you get. Look, again, it's that 66, 21, 87. 86 plus 1 is 87. It's that twin number. And if you look back here, it's 72 plus 3 is 75. That's how old Trump's going to be. I mean, Trump is 75. Well, actually, Trump is 75 years old right now, and he'll still be 75 on June 11th next year when this catastrophic event in Seattle happens. But he'll be 76 by the time August 4th comes around. So he'll be the spirit of 76, you know, around that time, August 4th. Anyway, the whole point I was just trying to show you that Trump was born 6/14/46. He gets his head wound on August 4th, 2022 next year. Anyway, it's the twin number. That's what I was showing you. 66, 21, 87. 86 plus 1 is 87. 66, 21, 87. See what I mean? Twin, 66, 21, 87. But it's not perfect like this one was about Elvis's resurrection on June 11, 2022. This one had the crowns on it. 66, 21, 87 with the triple crown. Look at that. That's incredible right there. And here's where I destroy the matrix, okay? We'll pay attention carefully. Remember, if you've been watching my videos, you know what this is. This is the month charts. So January is the first month, December is the 12th month. Instead of going back to number 1, I go to 13. So January would be the first month, then the 13th month, the 25th month, the 37th month, 49, 61, 73. Now I stopped at 73 because the 7, that's the 7th number down, okay? And 73 equals the word perfect. Perfect equals 7337, okay? It's the 7th number and the 4th number. And you know Jesus equaled 74 and Lucifer equaled 74. 7th number, 4th number. And the word perfect equals 7337. Okay? Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that that's the perfect number, okay? And if you were to take these numbers and put them into the Gematria Calculator up to 73, 1, 13, 25, 37, 49, 61, 73. Now watch what happens. Like I said, I took those 7 numbers, put it into the Gematria Calculator. Look what you get. First of all, you get the 777 right here, the jackpot number, okay? But this is what's important. You get the 870 with a crown. And that is what I just showed you here with the Elvis resurrection and the crown. 660, 210, and 870. 870, 87 with the crown. Because the word twin, the final at the bottom right here is 87. Okay, because this is the front numbers, this is the backward numbers, and these are the totals. So the total for the front row right here is 66, 21, 87. 87, but without the crown. It needs a crown. And that's why I gave Elvis a crown right here. And that's why he got the perfect number. 66, 21, 87 with 3 crowns. The triple crown. I mean, isn't it interesting that this has a 555 right here? And I told you if you go down on my calculator, you get the 666 at the end. And then on this count that I showed you, you get the 777 right here. And this one has the 87 with the crown. These are the months of January. January is the first month, then it's the 13th month, 25th. You know, but you don't write it 25th. It's the 1, 13, 25, 37, 49, 61, 73. Because I told you the word perfect is 7337. And Elvis's months have those perfect numbers. So I said to myself that, you know, the twin, I told you ended with 87, the twin number. And if you put a crown on the 87, because I was showing you everything was 870. So if you put a crown on the 87, look what you get. I'm going to show you something. Okay, right now you're not going to understand this, but a crown with the 87, just remember, just look at these, look at this first row right here. 154, 64, 218. Look at this. It equals the same as the words the Antichrist. Only this first row, not the back row. That doesn't equal the same. But the Antichrist equaled the exact same as 87 with a crown. You see that? You see? 087. O is a crown. It equaled the exact same in the front. Anyway, like I said, the Antichrist equals the same as 087, only in the first row. So now let's take these three numbers, put a crown on it, and see what we get. Just as three numbers. So look what I did. I took the Antichrist number, which is 154, 64, 218, put a crown on it, and look what you get. Look at this. You get the 611 at the top. And that's the day that Elvis, you know, the Seattle catastrophe, and Elvis somehow manifests. His name, his image, his number of his name, I don't know. But whatever it is, it has to do with Elvis in Seattle on June 11th, 611. The Antichrist number with a crown. You see that? I mean, think about how crazy that is. And look, 87 plus 1 this time. It's 88. And I told you Trump resurrects himself either on 8-7 or 8-8. Isn't that crazy that it's right near the 87, you know, for Trump's resurrection? And look at this. You got an 88 back here and the 8-4 also. Folks, if you think these are coincidences, then, you know, be my guest and believe it. But like I said, to me, you don't have a brain if you don't see what I'm showing you here. And look how old Elvis is going to be next year in 2022 when all of this is going to take place. First of all, you got the 777 in the number there. But look how old he's going to be. 87. You see that? It's the 87, the twin number. And he's going to get the crown on 611. Don't you understand what I'm telling you? These are absolute impossible coincidences. And remember, on my months chart, that June is the 6th month, the 66th month, the 222nd month, and next year is the 222, and it's 222 years from Washington's death, and Washington was born on 222. I mean, they celebrate his birthday on 222. And the 162nd number right here, June 11th, is the 162nd day of the year. Okay? So that's connecting to June 11th, and it's the 14th number down from the beginning. And Trump was born in June 14th. So that's another connection. But anyway, so it's the 222 numbers in there. And then if you keep going through June, you'll see that it's the 606 number, which is, connects to the sixes. And then of course, this important one, June has the 666th month, you see? And we were talking about 870, right? Look, 870 with the crown. You see that? It's in the month of June when all of this is going to occur. And you remember when I was doing my months chart, I stopped at 73, right? So for January, that's how I got all these calculations. You know what I mean? What I was just showing you in this video. So now I'm going to show you how incredible this is. So January, I stopped at 73, right? Because I told you Elvis, he's the chosen one. And 7337 equals the word perfect. And that's why he's got both of them in there. And it's the seventh number down and the fourth number down. That's the numbers 7 and 4. 74 equals the number Jesus and also equals Lucifer. Anyway, so now I told you 73 is important, right? So let's count how many down that number 870 number is. So in June, remember, because this catastrophic event's going to happen in June. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 numbers here. Okay? And there's 11 numbers on this page. So that would be 19 right here. Okay? Then 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay, watch. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. Oh, let me back up a little. 41, 40, 39, 38, 37. Was this 37? Oh, man, I think I just messed up this whole video. Anyway, let me start back again. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Oh, okay, I thought there was something important with that. 38, 39, 40, 41, okay? Now, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56 number, okay? 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67. Okay, we're almost done. 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73. You see that? The 73rd number landed on 870. Can you believe this? I mean, is this incredible? Because I just got finished showing you how I added up Elvis's numbers. The number 1, 13, 25, 37, 49, 61, 73. I stopped at 73. You remember I put into the calculators. I stopped at 73. I put those numbers in that I just showed you for Elvis's January months. And it equaled 870. And the 73rd number down on June was 870. Okay? Because that is the crown, man. And Elvis is turning 87 next year. Look at this. And it's the 777 jackpot. I mean, do you understand? This is impossible, man, what I just showed you. And how it connects to Elvis's resurrection number 2, 870. Come on. You got to be kidding me. And I told you that twin equaled that exact same amount that I just showed you. It's 87, but without the crown. And look, if you're wondering what if I were to take the 87 and 66, what would I get? Watch. See what happens when you do that? Look, January 8th is the day Elvis was born, right? And then it comes back to January 8th, 24 years later, and that's the number, 8766. So you understand? Because it starts with January 8th and ended with January 8th, and you get the twin number, 8766, 24 years. And I told you that's why the 216 is so important, because 1-8 plus 1-8 is 216. Do you get it? 1 and 1 is 2, 8 and 8 is 16. 216. And the 216th day of the year is Obama's birthday, the day Trump gets his head wound. And I'm going to prove to you, I think this is the last thing I'm going to show you, how everything's about death and destruction with this Elvis and the twin thing. So 1-8, January 8th is 1-8, August 1st would be 8-1. So that would be his twin number, kind of, right? 1-8 to 8-1. Look how many days are in between. 206 days. 206. And look where the 206 area code is. Seattle. You see? They're going to destroy Seattle. I told you. And Seattle is in King County, and Elvis was known as the king. And you know, I told you Elvis is the phoenix rising, right? Take a look at this. So this is 206, right? And I told you Elvis is the phoenix. And look at that. Phoenix is the 602 area code. That's the backwards numbers of Seattle, 206 area code. You see that? Even the Seattle's connected to the Phoenix. Anyway, unbelievable. You know what? I just thought of this right now. I was going to end the video, but, you know, Elvis turns 87. You know, if he was alive, he would be 87 years old next year, right? So I put the crown on top of Elvis in the 87, right? Because that's what they're trying to get. Look what you get. Watch this. So Elvis with a crown and the number 87 when he turns 87 next year. Look at this number right here. 221-86-307. Okay, and yes, the 307 is an important number, but check out this first row right here. 221-86-307. Look at that. It equals the exact same as Elvis the Antichrist. 221-86-307. I mean, can you believe this? Same as Elvis 87. 221-86-307. Like I said, folks, you want to believe in coincidences like this, go right ahead. But like I said, you'd be a complete dummy if you don't believe what I'm showing you here. You know, I was trying to make this a short video, and I ended up making it over 20 minutes again. I mean, it never fails, man. Anyway, so just remember my 2 predictions, okay? It's right in front of you right here. Anyway, folks, I'll probably talk about this again in the future because it's super important information, what I showed here. So if you didn't understand it, please watch it again. Just be patient and watch it again. Anyway, folks, end of video.